Growing up, I always felt people wanted me to fit neatly inside of a box or inside of a category. But my life never looked simple like that. My mother was a Southern woman, or is, excuse me, a Southern woman, deeply rooted in her faith, Baptist, raised in a big household, six other sisters, one mom, no dad. Dad passed away. So my grandmother worked. She worked and took care of her children. My mom, deeply rooted in her religion and her faith. Loud family reunions, loud cookouts, loud church people, hand clapping, stomp feeting type of church, tambourine playing. That's just how my mother was. But my father was completely different. Completely different. He was Muslim, or he is Muslim. Felony reign man, and he's a drug dealer. So on one side people looked at my mother and saw this Southern woman and immediately assumed that she was uneducated, talked too loud, too extra, too much, couldn't be trusted. And then on the other side, or they would just see her as ghetto, like country ghetto is what they would call it, what they would quote it. And then on the other side, you had my father. The moment that someone would hear Muslim, they immediately pass judgment on myself and my family. Fear, distance, assumptions. As their daughter, I felt like people were trying to figure out what category I fit in with having a Southern mother and having a Muslim dad, also a drug dealer dad, also a always in jail dad. I remember being younger and feeling embarrassed anytime someone asked me about my family. I did not want to talk about my mom and dad. I didn't want to bring them up. I didn't want no one to have any type of knowledge on my mom and dad. But not because I didn't love them, but just because I already knew the reactions that were coming from the world. If I talked too country, people laughed, or they told me I needed to tone my voice. If I mentioned my father, people changed their tone and how they would talk to me, how they would perceive me, especially if I went to restaurants or out to eat. They would just immediately pass judgment. If I embraced both sides of myself, people got confused or would be confused. With my dad being Muslim, there's certain traditions that they do on that side of the family. And with my mom being American and Southern and Baptist, there's certain traditions that we do on that side of the family. People stereotype what they do not take time to understand. My mother being Southern did not make her ignorant or uneducated. My father being Muslim did not automatically define his entire character. Neither of their identities have determined mine. And my mother actually being Southern, she actually taught me a lot of things that I've met a lot of people that they didn't know just about life. And then with my dad, with my father being Muslim, it didn't automatically define me to be that type of character. It wasn't a thing of, you have to be Muslim, you have to believe in this. No, my dad respects what I believe in. My mom respects what I believe in. I'm literally just a product of my mother and my father, and God put me together in the way that he needed me to be put together, to live on this earth. And I think the stereotypes do flatten people. They reduce entire lives into one assumption. One word, one image, one judgment. But nobody is only one thing. And that's what I find so significant about myself. Today I'm proud to come where I'm come from, what I'm mixed with, what I have in me. And that's the beauty of it. I love being a country girl, riding horses, you know, milking cows and going to get chicken eggs. And then I love being a daughter of a Muslim father. The parties that they have, the celebrations that they have, how they celebrate holidays. I love that it makes me. And that's just kind of how I see it. So, of course, people are going to throw stereotypes out there. But at the end of the day, I am happy with who God has made me to be.